Well, we took her off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just didn't. I'll make sure I was remembering right. Yep. Here. Nope. She appeared. Mason jar. That's a big mason jar. Or you're very small.
I drink like 6 of these of water a day.
Do? That's a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
That's why and you don't get bigger? It just, it makes you look like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Shrunk the Crafter.
Nice.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Christina. How's Sweden today? I just heard of a Swedish family that's coming to Kansas City. Anyway, I thought of you. Wendy is very small. That's what I figured. I wonder how many crafters are 5'2" and under.
I don't know, but
I think there's a bunch of us.
I'm one of them.
Water is good for you. So is delicious green tea.
I'm just getting into comments so I can see what's going on here.
Yep, I see 5K. I see Heather. Brian, nice to have ya. Patty, it's Fun Tuesday. I guess that's how you do that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
I know. FUNN. You'd be surprised how many times people refer to me in all of their crafting shows. That's fun. And I just want to go, FUNN. That's fun. FUNN. I know that in their mind they're thinking FUNN.
Sure.
I remember. Okay, we'll start in about a minute. I remember my mom saying, you know, when I see fun with just one N, it just doesn't look right anymore.
I love
Yeah, we got her trained.
Bev said that we are just fun-sized.
We are fun-sized. That's right, just like a little Snickers. The floor can wait. Oh yeah, the floor can always wait. Union break with a T. With T. Yes, union break. I don't know what that is, but cheers. Oh, gotcha, Patty. Gonna get a project started so you can get another that will make you think of another project that you have to do so that you think of another project that you have to do.
It's okay, Patty. I may have to bail before we're done too, because somebody's got to get my kid from school. Just called.
I'm just here.
Hubby just called and said he's working late tonight, so that means I have swim team duty again tonight.
All right, we're going to get started. So we're going to disappear you, abracadabra, and we will bring you back with an introduction, my dear. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Wendy. Hello, American Fun, founder and head professor of Fun University, and your intrepid hostess to Craft Roulette and Craft Roulette spin-off show, Contributor Showcase. That's where you are right now, episode number 58. We had a great time Friday. This is all based on submissions that you have sent in based on the 4 parameters that we got on the Spins Friday show. I will tell you, they surprised me. They were astonishing. You guys did some great work. Before we get started, though, I want to make sure that you know about a a craft roulette special event on Saturday, May 1st at noon till 8 Central Time. It is a scrapbook game day, and registration is now going on. The reason I say don't put it off, because there are some pre-game activities that you're going to want to update in your own files and things. So go ahead and go over to facebook.com/MaryGunFun or Craft Roulette and you will find us. Find the event right there at the top of the page and register and join us. We have some really nice gals coming to join us at the game, but also some guest crafters. Jama Malmy, Katie Taylor, and Julie Carrier will all be there to help us do a couple rounds of the game. Okay, that being said, next Friday we will be live again here on YouTube for our next Craft Roulette. You aren't going to want to miss it. We have a wonderful guest, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Is there anything else I need to tell you right now? Oh, and Fun University will be going live on soon. So you can go to fununiversity.com, hit the subscribe button now, and it will take you to our YouTube channel where you can subscribe, hit notifications, and you will get updated all the time. We'll add a few things more as we go along, but let me introduce Wendy Cranford. She's back. She's back. Yay! She was our guest crafter on Friday night, and we invited her back to watch the submissions with us and talk about it and see what all you guys came up with. Are you ready for a good time, Miss Wendy?
I am, and I'm surprised you invited me back because people usually get one dose of me and then that's it. I don't get a second invitation. So that says a lot about you, Miss Mary.
Well, we had 4 kids in 6 years. We never got invited anywhere twice. It was like, so I am totally, yeah, I understand, man. I got the empathy going. I'm not kidding. We used to joke about people either embraced us or shunned us. And it was, once they invited us over, it was usually, no, we probably had enough of them. But yeah, they were all very active crew. But that's why we liked going to the doctor and the dentist and stuff like that, because they couldn't turn you away. They just said, okay, bring them all, and they got to come in for shots, they got to come in for cleanings, and that became our little social group, really. So anyway,
basically they had to entertain you.
That's right. There. So I'd sit back and relax and let them take over. It was good times, but. No, you were a great guest. I had a lot of fun with you. So
I know.
And I think, didn't you guys have fun with Miss Wendy? Didn't you enjoy watching her? And she did a great card, and I struggled, but I got my card done. It's kind of beat up for being a new card, but it got done, and it's okay. So sometimes you get better cards than others. But you guys sent in some fabulous submissions. If you've never been to Craft Roulette, do you advise it?
I do. I advise it. It was super fun. And the thing is, like, for me personally, Friday night is a difficult evening for me because that's usually when my husband's getting home from work and the weekend is here. And so I'm usually not in my craft room in the evening. Mini Wendy story that years ago when we were having a tussle over me doing Stampin' Up, Kevin said, it'd be great if you were like in the house at night or in the living room. At the time my office was in the side room. But so I kind of broke the habit of crafting at night, which is honestly my very favorite time to craft, always has been. But yep. So Friday night's tough for me to watch and tune in, but it was so much fun. And I would definitely do it again. It was super fun.
Well, we have some really, go ahead.
Even if you catch it on Friday night, I've already thought, like, when I need some inspiration, I'll go and look at what the parameters are and see if I can make a card using them. It's a great way to get a little creative mojo going.
I think so too. It's because even if you go, okay, I have this new stamp. What am I going to do with it? You can look at parameters and go, that would work for this. This would work for that. Or even new papers or new color ink or anything. You can just throw it together with the other parameters and come up with something. It makes it so much, takes some of the vastness away and gives you a little bit of pleasant boundaries to work within. And you can always break out of those boundaries too. If you know, especially if you're playing by with a set by yourself or something, it's just like, well, that didn't work. Let me change this up. And then you can change up. It's just a starting place.
Yeah, I love it.
And I think you're going to find out, man, oh man, did you guys ever use that starting place and go crazy? They have so many different kinds of. I started counting how many fun folds. I couldn't even keep count. I lost track at about 7 and went, wow, that's a lot. And then there's little hybrids and there's little twists and turns I couldn't keep. I can't. I'm not that organized in my thinking. Somebody might be, but not I. If you've never been to Craft Roulette, you don't know what we're talking about. Let us show you a little video, please. We'll be right back with Wendy again. Sit tight. What's Craft Roulette? Thank you.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfun.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
Yay! Oh, that comes on by itself now. I like that confetti. That's what we do every Friday. It's pretty fun. And I know, and we do know that people are busy on Fridays, and that's why it's kind of cool that it's on YouTube now, so you can just find it pretty darn easily. When we were on Facebook, it used to get buried and it was a little more difficult. But we're going to get Wendy in the picture here, and we're going to start talking about those 4 parameters that we got on Friday. We got fancy fold card. Could be any size, any kind of fancy fold. We got green plus 3 colors, which was really funny because one of our patrons had vetoed green plus 2 colors. And then we got outside as an element. Wide open idea. And random was swinking. And swinking is something we learned from a guest crafter artist, Percy Bowles, about swiping ink on Percy Rob. I always do that. Percy Bowles. I don't know what the trigger is, but I learned it wrong somehow. She can call me Mary Fun too. But anyways, when you take ink and you swipe it on paper. And she learned it from Laurel Beard. So that's what you had to include on your card. You didn't have to have it real blown up and like big deals of it. It just has to be fitted in somehow or other. This was the card I struggled with and it finally ended up doing. It has a little floater that's in the window, which is kind of fun. Maybe you can see it better on the next slide. It's hard to show that 3D on a 2D kind of deal. But there they are, the little ends show up. It's cute stuff. We had a contributor map. It turned out all right. I think it's got promise. Contributor map. We have folks from all over the world, and we have some here today too. I saw somebody from South Africa and Sweden, and we usually have some nice friends from Canada, as you can see. Some English girls that are always fun to meet. And so, and some girls from Australia and usually New Zealand, and we got Ecuador this week. So fun deal. We are everywhere. It's nice. Thank you. Wendy made a card like this, and you were saying those are not your colors, and you had not done any swinking per se. But you took it like a boss.
Yeah, I mean, I had never swinked, and that almost sounds dirty. I had never swinked. Any
Family
anyways,
show. Family show.
yeah, it's a family show. So yeah, I had never done that, and definitely this color combination was way out of norm for me. But um I love green. And then I wanted to use my Campology stamp set that I had never used. And so I was kind of going for like a sunset slash just outdoorsy background. And I realized after I finished the card and thought about it for a while, I kept thinking, what does this remind me of? There used to be this store called Pacific Sunwear. We called it Pac Sun when we were kids.
Okay.
It was in the mall, and they had shirts for like snowboarders and ski, and they always had like that kind of look on the front or the back of them. And it was a brand. There was a brand, maybe O'Neill or something. Anyways, so then after I thought about it a while, I thought, that's what the card reminds me of. So
yeah. So it was buried in your subconscious, and it came out with the parameters. Isn't that funny? I think that's good. Actually, very interesting. Well, we will have to psychoanalyze it later. But we got some cards to get through. But you did a beautiful job, and it's a little different when you're on the show live, and it's like putting your professional reputation out on the line and in front of hundreds of people. All of a sudden, why did we do it? I don't know, because it's fun. But you did great. So let's see what else other people did. Lou Ann Johnson had hers in before the show was over. So she was just working right along. And I don't know, Lou Ann, if you had that little donkey already colored to hurry you along, but you used beautiful paper in the background. Did a gatefold card. Somebody else can keep track of how many kinds of cards there are. Fancy folds. I know that people do whole classes on fancy folds, so this may be a really good thing to just keep track of, because it's going to be right there's all your information you're ever going to need. Oh, by the way, Wendy is looking down at her computer, so that's why she's looking down every once in a while, right?
Yes, so and I'm going to run and open the door for my dog who's barking at the door.
Okay. We're good. We're live. What can you do? But Lou Ann, you did a great job. She is from Iowa, and a gatefold with a cute donkey. Nice. Lisa Stanley from California made this little card. I don't even know what this, a Dutch door card. So there's two. Really pretty. Look at her swinked grass. And it almost has motion because of the way you did the swinking at an angle there. So that's pretty darn clever, if you ask me. I love your colors, your green plus the raspberry, the blue, and a yellow. There's a puppy. Hello, baby. You are one spoiled dog. I love it.
The worst.
I say that, and my dog's out on the couch taking a nap. I mean, what am I going to... And because I must have kept him up when he was asleep with me in bed this morning.
Yeah.
But isn't this a pretty little card?
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
A Dutch door. Yep.
Is that like I see. It's like a bottom gatefold, like cut in
Dutch
half.
Door is what she called it.
Dutch door.
She called it a Dutch door. And it would stand up since it's at the bottom. So that's a really good design. Thank you, Lisa, for sending it to us. Lisa often sends in a card. Kimberly Gronauer from California sent in this pretty card, and it looks dimensional with those dark trees in the foreground and the lighter trees in the background. And she laughed and said she put some orange in it. Orange has been retired for the month as a parameter. It really hurts, but you can add it on your own, and she did, and I was so happy to see a little orange. But this is it's a Z fold. And she used some die cuts and she swinked the blue sky. It looks like she swinked on blue paper to get that blue with blue ink, maybe the
Yeah,
same tone, because it's very
that makes
subtle.
Kimberly's also on my team. She's one of my
Smart
team
girl.
members, so that's
Yeah.
cool. She did a
Yeah,
great
she did a
job.
great job. She really did. And we appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Karen Goddard from Sydney, Australia. She embossed and then swunk on top of the embossing, which
I
is
love
a whole nother thing that I don't know that I've ever seen, but really pretty job.
that is beautiful.
Yeah, I can see swinking on embossing should be something that is embraced often. I think it's a really cool look. So
It
well
is.
done, Karen, and thank you for sharing it with us. I like your color combination too. It had orange in it. Bonnie Swakowitz sent in her 14th card. She went for an easel fold. And look at the detail on that. She often sends in very detailed things.
It is beautiful.
I know, it's pretty fancy. And even if you look at it and with the eye of, wow, look at all the detail, think of you'd start looking for all the little details, but like the little fern on the base of it, overshadow, or that's on top of the pine cones, the dimension in the
Yep.
pine cones, the choice of having a scalloped oval instead of just a straight up rectangle. Then she's even got some kind of magic going on there with a reflection of the fellow in the lake.
She make this collage herself to show off all the aspects of the card.
We don't edit once it comes in.
Wow.
So yeah, occasionally we even get one that's on its side, but we don't edit it because there's just too many. But yeah, and so she does the pic collage. We only want one image to be uploaded, so people will go ahead and do the pic collage and different things to get several angles. It's very helpful. And we all like seeing it that way, don't we? Yep,
Yeah,
we do. Thank you, Bonnie. Congratulations on 14. That's good. Carol Lee Crab, you will recognize that little snail as a Stampin' Up! Girl snail, huh?
Yep, and the paper.
Right.
That was Bird Ballad Designer Series paper that was out, oh man, 4 or 5 years ago, probably.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now,
that was before I was able to look at Stampin' Up! Products.
how I remember the name of that paper, but I can't remember what I had for dinner last night.
You must like paper better than dinner.
I guess. Good Lord.
I remembered the close to my heart stamp names, stamp of the month, paper packs, and all that stuff for many, many years, and then it just started coming in too fast and furious. And I just, oh yeah, that one, the pink one. Oh yeah, that one, that one with the lighthouse. It just got, I couldn't keep up anymore. But congratulations for that.
I love peekaboo card designs though. They're so fun.
And I thought one of the reasons I liked this one is because then you open it up and you get extra visions there. So yeah, you just never know what's on the other side of the door. But very, very cute, Carolee. Thank you. Stacy Burns from Cortland sent in this pretty card, and it's I don't know what you'd call this one either, but it's kind of like a modified,
I don't know,
matchbook.
Yeah,
Super
maybe.
flat.
I don't know what you would call it.
But it's very pretty. Look, she did a beautiful job on her focal point.
Yeah. I love the flowers on the front.
They're very pretty. You could just
stamping. I think those dragonflies are Stampin' Up! From we have a dragonfly punch.
And they're in gold, which was a cool idea for her design to add a little bit of gold to it to give it some pizzazz. It really adds a lot of interest to the overall look. And then she's got the ribbon up there with the almost like hobnail pearls on it. It's very cool. Good choices. I love these things. Thank you, Stacy. Elaine Anderson from Utah sent in this. Look at her. Now, we were all oohing and awing on our Craft Roulette Challenge Facebook group. You can join the Craft Roulette Challenge Facebook group, but please answer the questions and you will be approved immediately. If you don't, I immediately just decline it. But look at the trees. What did she went now I'm worried about my swink, swank, swank.
I think
swanked.
I think winking for the sun, the trees, the sky, all of it.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
She really pulled it off. And I know we even she got a comment from Ardith, I think, on that one in the group too. It was really cool. And then you've got that that gingham buffalo check in the background. I think is a cool card. Well done, Elaine. Thank you so much.
Very rustic and cabiny.
Very rustic feeling. I like it. Jackie Muller from Whyalla, Australia sent in her 23rd submission. Now this is a different take on an easel card. Look what she did, Miss Wendy. I don't even know what kind of magic this is.
I spy it way up close. She cut a window in the front.
She did.
Wow.
That's what it is. It's a window. I was thinking it had another card attached to it, but it's just a flap that's a window then. That's a cool, that one would be a great, you could put that one on your YouTube and say, cool new easel card. 5 ways to make an easel card interesting. And that would be a showstopper. But I really like how, and I think she probably has 2 layers of cardstock on it so that you don't see the ink bleeding through or anything. But super cute idea, Jackie. I love your little trailer and car. That's just so cute. What a fun surprise. Well done. It's just good. And then she went and did all the swinking for the wood.
Awesome.
A lot of things. Pretty darn good. Kiss your brain, girl. Kim Blackburn from New Mexico sent in a Z-fold card. Now this is a Stampin' Up pattern, as I recall, and it's so cute. I really thought that was a cute idea when they came up with it. And it's got is it 3 stamps that you put in order, or how does that work?
I actually have the stamp set, and I made a card very similar to this. Yeah, you put them in a certain order, and then when you do the fold, and then you unfold it, and you see all this beautiful inside stuff. It's super fun.
Yeah, that is good. Hey, could you give us your websites if somebody wants to buy something from you? Could you just tell us what it is?
Yep, you just go to shoplovinstampin.com. But the Lovin is with a U, not with an O. So it's shop,
L-U-V-I-N,
and then Stampin, STAMPIN, no G.com.
Gotcha. All right. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, now you might want to look into Miss Wendy for some products like this one. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Wendy. Vicki Tillett from North Carolina sent in this pretty little card. It's a Z-fold card, and she went to swinking with her blue-green ink. She said it wasn't her style, but but it was fun, FUNN. And that happens. I hear that more than not, that you end up making something that's not your style, but it's a cool exercise in creativity, which is what we say Craft Roulette is. It's an exercise in creativity. So I'm proud of you, Vicki. Very proud of you for trying something new and sharing it with us, because that's not always easy either. It's sometimes easy to go, okay, try it. It's not my style. I think I'll just not let anybody see it. But no, I'm glad you shared it, because I like it.
I like the flowers. They're really pretty.
They are pretty. They are pretty. I think, yeah, they're cheery and they look nice. And I like that it's coming out of the corner there. It's a nice deal. Hey there is a cute sentiment too.
It is.
Hey there. I like it. You did well. Thank you. Try some more. Laura Ellis from Essex, United Kingdom sent in a shirt card.
I,
Very darling, very darling. I like how you have the different color buttons too. That's a good little touch. And she's also got the detail of inking the edges to give it some definition. Smart move because they can kind of get blah, and so that you don't
especially when you're
see the.
especially when you're using white cardstock and it's laying on white cardstock. I find that I have to do something often
Yeah,
to
you need
separate.
a little contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you, and you did great. So thank you so much, Laura from United Kingdom. Larissa Woolsey, I spelled your name right this week. Yay for me. From Michigan sent in this Z-fold card, and you had Rise Above the Storm swink background on a Z-fold card base. The colors are green, blue, yellow, and red. Well done. Cute little kite there. Very happy, and
Yeah.
I like
I,
the message there.
yeah.
Really cute. It's very nice. I hope you enjoyed swinking the background and everything, because it's a cool look, isn't it? Now her swinking looks completely different than everybody else's swinking. So it's very individualized. It's like fingerprints. You can tell whose swinking it is.
I know,
Well, maybe
right?
not quite that much, but maybe. Anyway, good job. Thank you, Larissa. Marianne Shaw from Ontario, Canada sent in her first submission. Don't have any idea what you would call this. But look at how she has those cutouts on the bottom. It looks like a piece of furniture.
Those are, I remember somebody making a card like this in the Stampin' Up family that it was like 4 folds, and when you pulled it out, it looked like a closet, like an armoire.
Oh,
And
right,
so this is a similar thing here.
Yep. Yeah,
But
it's a little. I get a little flummoxed by my fancy folds are pretty unfancy on the scale of fancy. Mine are down here, but this is
Same.
at the other end, and
Yeah.
that's cool. I know some people could see that and go, yeah, I could remake that, or I need the lesson, and I'm like, okay, I think I'll do something a little simpler. But well done, and thank you for the inspiration with your first submission. Welcome to Craft Roulette. Lynn Springle from Wisconsin. I think this is a bridge fold card. Those are not so hard.
No,
Those are
this
not
is
so
cool.
hard. And it is a good look.
The font reminds me of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
On the show, how they had what was the name of their forest?
The 100-Acre Woods.
Thank you. 100-Acre Woods. Yeah.
I haven't read it too many times.
My family
favorites.
That I didn't remember that.
Okay. It's okay. Won't tell them. They won't watch. It's fine. You're gonna.
But I heard bird ballad paper.
The mind is an interesting place. An adventure awaits in every thought. There you go.
Yes.
Hey, that could be a stamp. Okay,
It
here we
could.
go. Thank you, Lynn. Lee Kendall from Alberta. Waterfall
cool.
card.
Yeah. Have you ever made one of these?
I did. I made one when I first saw it. I went, oh, I got to try one. Made one. Been there, done that. Have the t-shirt. Probably won't make another. Close My Heart did come out with a die, and so I think that probably moves things along. It wasn't particularly hard. It's just mountain fold, mountain valley, mountain valley, mountain valley, and then you stick stuff on. And I can't remember. It's probably been 5 years since I made one.
I've never made one.
It was a been there, done that. I had some engineers in my customer base, and I wanted them to see it because I thought they might like it. But it was a been there, done that. Have the t-shirt, moving on. Kind of fancy fold. Like I said, I'm down here. Other people are up here. Not good at it. So I think I go images more than I don't know what you'd call it, but fancy folds. So, but and you know, fancy folds did kind of stump some people too. They see that and on Craft Roulette, we always want to tell you that it's not the fancy that we are going to be that we're really looking for. We're just looking for you to have some fun creating and some crafting with us using the same 4 parameters, because you'll come out with something nobody else will. This is the only waterfall card I think we got. So it's going to open up an idea for somebody else, which is a cool thing to share. Adventure awaits in every thought. Adventure awaits in every card and submission. And so it's just a way that we can build each other up, give each other inspiration, some ideas, go, yeah, and give each other a little kiss on the head. That's right, Sue Masoner. That takes math.
I have a suggestion for you. Instead of them fancy folds, I think you should call them fun folds, FUNN.
That is a brilliant suggestion. Why did I just had succumbed to peer pressure. Everybody else calling them fancy folds. They're called fun folds. It's going on the board right now. And that is perfect. That is perfect. Kiss your brain. Here we go. Don Quadling from the UK. Okay, now look at this. This takes some effort too. A sidestepper rocker card. Never made one of those. The sidestepper is on the left side, and there's some kind of magic cutouts going on there.
I wish we had another photo of it folded out, because I would love to see what it looks like folded out. It is so cute.
It is so cute. And I love all the little red and white toadstools and your little gnomes. You really did a cute little job there. And there's so much punch with that black and white and red and bright green. There's a lot of attractiveness to it. But Dawn, if you could do another couple pictures and put it in our challenge group so we could see it a little more dimensionally, that would be cool. We would appreciate it. So we want to hear from you, because you did great. Love it. Thank you. It's too much, man. That's just too amazing. Heidi Ryan from Washington did green plus blue plus red plus yellow modified tower fold outdoors with a ladybug and a swing. I think it's probably swinked sky and saying. So she put the swinking on the sentiment and in the background.
Yeah.
It's a funny little ladybug.
And this is a full-on Stampin' Up card right here.
There you go.
All these products are Stampin' Up.
I wonder if she's a demonstrator too. Who knows? I can't. This would be another card that if you got a different angle, you'd probably understand it better. But it's hard to see on a 2-dimensional format how a 3-dimensional thing works sometimes. But very cool, Heidi. And way to bring the product. Thank you.
Yeah.
Melissa Prisby from Wisconsin sent in her first submission. Now, this is so we had these things that were very complicated and developed and with many, many moving parts. Now we've got a card that is just simply lovely. She's a first timer. She swinked in yellow ink on the mat around which the dried back a lot. Okay, I'm not reading right. She used black as a color, but now I know it's a neutral. Yes, black. We always give you neutrals: red or gray, black, white, cream, tan, and brown. You can always use those, and then the color parameter that we are given. But I like this one. It's just it's strikingly pretty.
I love this card. This is my style. I like lots of white space, focal elements, big bold sentiments. So she hit all the markers for me, but that's the kind of style I like.
And something that's really easy to overlook on something like this is the shadowy background of the flower, the second stamping of it, instead of just choosing to have those 2 big sprigs standing up, but to add a little bit of softness in the background. Well done, Melissa. We are so glad to have you join us with your pretty card that we like. Yeah. Patty Beck sent in her 53rd submission in a row. She's never going to give up. That's okay with me. She sent in a double Z card. Oh, what does she have the message? Yes, and it took her only 3 hours. So
This
she
this card is making my brain hurt. Like, how did she do this with this intricate fencing and wow.
I don't know, but it's pretty phenomenal. That would be a hard one to send, because you'd have to almost have a contract with the person that you send it to, that they would not put a stamp on the back that says, if you are about to throw this away, please just send it back.
You know, Stamps of Life, I think it was, Stephanie Bernard made a stamp set years ago. I don't know if I still have it. And she made a whole stamp set that was stamps for the back of your cards. And one of the stamps said, if you throw this card away, I will hunt you down and kill you.
Oh, gee. You could. Don't throw away. Please send 2. And then and have a personalized address card there too. Yeah, I would definitely put a GPS tracker on that one. That's just, you really did great, Patty. And there's Kerwin right there. My little kitty cat sitting right there looking inside. Yay. Just a second. I'm going to take a swig here. Did you see Wendy's jar? Wendy is actually only 3 foot tall, and that jar is a normal size mason jar. Oh my goodness, so great. Thank you. Oh, okay, so thanks you, Patty, and keep on, girl. Melissa Faust from Minnesota sent in this pretty card. It's difficult to see the fold, she said, but it's there. Colors are green, brick, yellow, and teal. Swinking is behind the window, and it's outside of the house. Gives it a great look, and I like the brick background a lot too. It's a good card. Another solid card.
Kind of reminds me of like an Italy, walking through Italy. They have lots of stuff like this.
I've never done that, but I can imagine. I've seen pictures, and I can smell it and feel it, and want some spaghetti now. So,
if anybody,
why is it that I just think of food, associate everything with food?
Me too. And if you ever get a chance, or if anybody ever gets a chance to go to Italy, they should. It's the most beautiful place. I want to go back so bad.
Oh, well, you can maybe get a card like this and pretend sometimes.
Yeah.
Or a vision board with a card like this. So, yeah. Very pretty. Thank you, Melissa. Rose Duberstein has been one of our supporters for a long time. Look how she went swinking. She did the panels on the gatefold card. I love how she thought of that.
I love how she kept the little dude just black and white, and then put all her color panels.
Yep. It was a good choice. It was going to be hard for him to get much attention with all that background noise. And so just to have him in white and black was a really good design choice. And I like that. A little bit of boldness there too on the sentiments. So, oh look, there's the little dude there. Well, that's what he looks like with colors on him. But see, the background on that is much more quiet, so he stands out.
Yeah.
Nice job. You guys are good. Thank you.
Fun. Oh.
Okay, Kay told me how to say her last name. She said you say it like weirder, but without the D. So Wearer. Kay Wearer, because I was saying Kay Wearer. Didn't know when to stop. It's like banana. Kay Wearer made this pretty card. Another surprising card. I'm telling you, you guys really just took it and ran with it this week. A diorama card, green, pink, blue, and yellow. What an interesting combination, and it looks great. It's a marsh scene, and she went and swinked the sky. And you did a good job too, Miss Kay Wearer. Very pretty. Handsome card. I like those realistic mallards. They're kind of pretty. Like it. Well done. Karen Chester from Nevada. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I do have to give you my 15-minute warning. I'm going to have to go in about 15 minutes.
All right. Well, we'll miss you, but you just take care of what you need to do. I don't know what we do with if you just hit disconnect the call, probably we'll just go blank. So, but we'll keep moving. Okay, we'll speed it up. Karen Chester from Nevada sent in her Z fold card. First time making this modified Z fold card, met all the parameters. Well done. A modified. Okay, all right. So you've got a flap there on the Z fold that flaps over. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many ways to do cards. Unbelievable. Yes. Another one. So, anybody keeping track?
No.
Can't do it. No, can't do it. You could almost go to the gallery and go, okay, I'm gonna do a class on fun folds, and I'll just pick 5 and just call it good. Hilda Nelville Chaz sent in I envision you seeing this, Hilda Nell, and just a beautiful vision. And look at that water. What a pretty job on your fun fold card. Outdoor green, yellow, blue. Swinked the sand and flying seagulls. Very pretty. Very pretty. And that's an easel card. Rest and relax. You deserve it. Do you believe that if you got that card, though? I don't. It's just like, oh, rest and relax. Okay, I'll go sit down for a minute. I'm done.
I don't really know. Well, that's not true. Actually, in the last year or so, I've learned how to rest and relax, I would say.
Oh, well, I go on spurts.
Same.
Right now, I'm not on one.
It's spurts. Yeah. It's definitely not daily.
No. Oh, well. Maybe someday when I get older. But very nicely done. Thank you, Hilda Nell, again for joining us. Sherry Pemberton from Missouri sent in this cute little card. It almost looks like a little arc to it, so it has kind of a rainbowish look. I think that's pretty darn cool. She swinked the sand and the flying seagulls. Cute little, I know where she lives, and it does have a lot of countryside, so I wonder if it's just inspired by your little surroundings. Hey there, cute play on words. Cute, cute, cute. Nice little fence. I don't know how that, I think it probably just folds flat. I can't quite tell. Do you have any insight on that, Wendy?
No, I think these are just kind of like a pop-up. Like you pull it out of the envelope and it just kind of pops forward like you're saying.
Maybe so. It's magic. I don't know. I think everybody's got some wands going on here to just make these cards do special things. That's really cool though. I like the fold a lot. I wish I knew what it was. 5K Limon from Florida. Oh, like I said, this was really pretty. It's got 3 folds too. So you've got the fold with the trees, and then you have the fold with the chair. And so then it goes together into this cool total look. Ha! Another pretty swinking.
I don't know what this is, like a latching gatefold kind of.
It's fancy. I like it.
It is fancy.
That one I think I could fake maybe a little bit. But look, and then the inside you can see that there's even quite a bit of swinking going on there with the sanding or the sand and everything. I just heard a power tool on the screen porch, and I know they're going to be sanding, so I said sanding. The mind is an interesting place. Adventure and waits and every thought.
Yeah, we've learned that. Whoa.
Heather, a whole nother take on outdoors, because outdoors doesn't mean it's always countryside, beachside, mountainside. It can be, she lives in New York City. And so she's got a whole nother take on outside. Pretty fun. This is a mini slim gatefold easel card. Whoa, say that one 5 times fast. The swinking is under the hearts, and the easel made from the tab that bends back at the bottom. My goodness gracious, girl. That's really cool. Nice use of paper.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She's got a lot of different cards with similar 1950, early 60s kind of papers and things. I love her style. Thank you, Heather. Melissa Miller from California sent in this card. She look at her swinking. Holy smokes, is that ever pretty? She swinked in from both sides to create her own pattern paper. Well done. I think that then opens up it to have triangles too, which is a very fun fold. Not a fancy fold, a fun fold. And
her swinking.
Her swinking's like really off the charts great. But Melissa is a very talented, she's very talented. So we really appreciate, she's also one of our moderators in the group, which we appreciate her efforts. And she's also been a spin sponsor. So she's very special to our Craft Roulette. Aren't ya? Thank ya. Sherilyn Probst sent in her first submission. And we really appreciate how you did your collage there so that we could see what's going on. The outside, and then you open it up, and the inside is a pretty little girl with a little black kitty. It's Kerwin, I know it is. And now I have never thought of a kite with a rose on it, but I like it.
I know, it's really fun.
It's an elegant kite. I always think of kites as playful. Smart.
Yeah. It's a grown-up kite.
It is a grown-up kite. It's a grown-up kite for girly girls. Because look at it. She's got her little dress on and everything. Very cute, Sherilyn. Thank you so much, and welcome to Craft Roulette. We hope we see lots of you with your girly girl stuff. Ryan Dickey sent in his card this week. I gave him an A+ for spelling because he did fun. He spelled fun right. So well done, Brian, with your W-fold card. He was also one of our winners last week for prizes. So it was a good week for Brian. He got an A+ in spelling and a prize. Thank you so much for joining us again and and honoring our heart, a word that's very close to my heart. So thank you so much, Brian. We look forward to more. This is an easy card to make, though. But it has a lot of punch, especially for people that don't do card crafting. They would get this and go, "Whoa, wow, you spent a lot of time on that." But it's a great.
This is the kind of card that I always say, it's like that dinner where you just dump a bunch of cans and it looks amazing and it tastes amazing and everybody likes it and they think that you've labored intensively over this meal. And in actuality, you just dumped a bunch of stuff in a pot and let it cook for several hours and then threw it in a cute pan. Good. I mean, this kind of card is that kind of meal.
You're absolutely right. And that's an accurate analogy. Well done. It's true. I love it. Susan Smurf Murphy from California sent in this pretty card, and I had to laugh when it said Mr. Moose and Miss Porcupine out for a stroll. That's look at that fiery background though on that front and on the edge of the inside. That is very, very pretty. And it looks like sunset for sure. We hope it's not a fire, but very good choices of colors. And I like that you have a little whimsy in there with your critters too. Another great Z-fold. Z-folds are like the first fun fold I ever teach. It's the easiest and it just has a little extra, it just updates it a little bit. Upgrades it, not updates it, but upgrades it. Thank you, Susan. We've got another first submission from Brianna. Bergen features Stampin' Up! Simply Succulent Bundle with a Swink Technique. Handmade stencil behind the die cut gate fold. Handmade stencil, look at you go. I see. Now that I'm looking at that, I just kind of was going fast when I was putting this in. Now I like being able to slow down a little bit. But now I can see where she has that cut. Isn't that something? So I'm assuming the other part goes up?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So it folds, it's like a gate fold, but vertical.
That's smart. That's another cool way to do it. And aren't those pretty? Those succulents are just really pretty.
Really beautiful.
Nice color choices and great execution and craftsmanship. Well done. Welcome to Craft Roulette. Rachel Castle from Indiana took a card that we made on Fun University and made it for her little entry to this time. I don't have one here, but it has a little belt on it. And then she added her own little cute touch, which is a place to hold a credit card or a gift card. And she's got some swinking in there. And very, very well done, Rachel. I like it very much.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
cute.
proud of you to use one of our cards from the university. It's one of our little chubbies, which is what I call a 4x8. Still fits in a business size envelope and gives you a little more room than a slimline to work with. I think it's a nice size. I like it, and I like what you did, Rachel. Thank you. Ava Belong from Florida sent in this pretty card, a fancy fold created with a stand-up feature of this Jennifer McGuire, I think, JM, inspired window card. Swinked it all. You swinked it all, girl. All for swinking and all swink for alling. You've got a swinked background. Your little leaf is swinked. Your bird is swinked. When you look at it a little closer, I suppose you masked it, but you can see the swinking on its wing.
That's amazing.
That's crazy good fun times. Well done, holy scrap, Ava. She also scraps with her daughter sometimes and her granddaughter, who is 6, who has sent in the submission. A whole family of talent right there. Very cool.
That's fun.
Kimberly Breeslin from California, a lot of Californians, sent in this little card. Isn't that sharp? So much punch in those colors. I like it. Pink, orange, yellow, and green with swiped or swinked background and a flap that folds over the card from the side. I see. That's a good card. Yeah, that's really pretty. Just very strong and vibrant. Boy, if somebody had you could give that to somebody with a really strong personality. They would totally love that card, you know. If you gave it to somebody that was timid, they'd probably be overpowered by it. But you could give that to a power broker, and they would appreciate you and respect you instantly. Well done. Carol Sanquinetti said in this pretty outdoorsy scene, she went swinking on the cabin and the ground. I'm looking.
I think she swings the sun too.
I think you might be right. Bless you. Green +3 outdoors in a fun fold. See, she called it fun fold. She's better than I am. You guys are on the right track.
Use the same stamp set as I did.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a good stamp set. Now, did she draw her birds, you think? Or is that on the stamp set?
No, I think she drew those.
That's a cute touch. Really pretty moon. Oh my gosh, the moon was so bright here last night.
Here
it was
too.
Phenomenal. I was like, the animals had to stay inside because they were going to be barking and fighting all night long in that. Ugh. So anyway, thank you, Carol, so much. Feline Mays from Oregon sent in this pretty little silhouette card. Her fancy fold easel card, green, yellow, pink, purple trees. The grass is swinked, and the pooch for her is a birthday girl. And a pooch for the birthday girl, submission number 8. Well done, Colleen. We are so glad that you got this in. That's kind of a cool. I'm going to close the door because they've got Sanders going on out there. Woo! I get so stiff. But that's a kind of a cool little easel card too, where the whole thing doesn't flap up, but just the center. I don't think I've ever done that with the side panels. I got to take note on that one. I think I could do that one.
Oh, you could. I've made these a couple times. They pack a big punch, and they're not very hard to do.
Right.
Miss Mary, I'm going to have to leave.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming to the show and joining us. It's so much fun to get together with somebody else and talk. So I even though I talked most of it. And we will talk to you again soon too.
Okay, I enjoyed it very much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
But we will continue. Yep, let's see what happens when she goes. Oh, she's just going to be frozen there. Well, at least she didn't get stuck with one eye shut. That's good. All right, well, we'll just pretend that she's still here. Let's move on. Christina Bromi from Sweden is here today, and it's not even the middle of the night. She sent in this very cool card, and you can see the second card, how it's got some dimension to it, a U-fold or bridge fold. Very cool card, and it would fold flat, I'm sure, to fit into an envelope. Now in Sweden, we have learned that their 6x6 cards are very common and that they don't have extra postage. And so Christina often sends in 6x6 cards, which is a whole nother take on cards. You have so much room on a 6x6 card. And she's got that look at it. Her cards are always so detailed, and it's like you got to spend a little time and look and search and see all the little fun things that she sneaks in there. Which reminds me, go to craftroulette.live to see the gallery where you can see all the pictures and when you're relaxing and getting some ideas. And like this one, study it a little bit and get some ideas from it. Very well done, Christina. We appreciate you so much. Vicky Ruda sent in this cool little card, a little box card. It folds up flat. Another card that I have not tried because I'm down here on the fancy folds or fun folds and she's up here. Look at her swinking on the sentiment. Like solid swinking. So you can do a solid swink, or you can do a partial swink, or translucent swinking. There's so many options. Adorable little mice, and they're playing with the little dandelions. I made a card and I wrote a poem. On my card, the poem says, better on a card about dandelions. Better on a card than growing in my yard. So that's how I feel about yours too, Vicki. But you did a great job. Very, very cute. I know you enjoyed making these too. Lena Marie from Missouri. She did outdoors background paper. Has dandelions and trees and green and red, blue, yellow, and fancy fold. I got to study this one a little bit. I know she sneaks in everything, but so this is something that if you looked at it originally, you might go, where's the outdoors? If you look at it a little more closely, you'll find out that it's in the background paper. Smarty, smarty, smarty. What a cute card with you've been loved for 18 years. I like that sentiment very much. That's really sweet. You've been loved for 18 years. Look at is that what the time is on that? Wow. Goes fast. Builds up fast. I like it. Another interesting card. One time Marie made a card and she used a canceled check or a check and she filled it out as a sentiment. It was the most creative thing. She's just something else. Thank you, Marie. Judith Browning from Kentucky sent in, I think this is their second card or something. She used the new Hostess set from Stampin' Up! For her outdoor focal point. Look at the swinking on that. So this one's like, you're swinking one direction and then she's got, that's vertical, and then she's got horizontal images going on top of it, which is pretty substantial in the texturing vision here. I like it. I like it. I think it almost looks a little bit Asian. Oh, maybe I say that because I have some Japanese silk prints out in my other room and it just reminds me of it somehow or other. So I think it's the thin lines and the detail on the craftsmanship, I think. But I really like it, Judith, and I think I'm really glad you sent that in. She's also got another little sentiment down there at the bottom. Do you see that? So you've got the one panel and then you've got the other panel on the other side of the gatefold, which is another cool way to do a gatefold. Another one, another one, and another one. Karen C. from Maryland sent in her first submission. Don't know how she did it. It's Stampin' Up! Stuff, and she did many. Does it say what it is? I don't see what kind of card this is, but it's like a modified easel, maybe? Would that be accurate? I don't even know. But totally not. There's no modification on how cool it is. It's very cool. And I can see you're swinking. I think you guys enjoyed swinking. I know swinking at first you go, I don't know, mommy, I don't know if I can do this. But you guys really pulled it off and you have so many different ways you did it. Very impressive. Thank you, Karen, and I'm so glad you joined us. Nora LaCroix from Illinois, episode 58, Gatefold, Green plus 3. Those are the sentiment. Okay, we got that all. She's doing Christmas cards. An outdoor Christmas card with a really pretty barn. Very outdoorsy. Oh my gosh, you guys took this so many different ways. A gatefold plus, don't you have a belly band then? Yep. You have a belly band with your gatefold, and then you open it up and you see a pretty ornate and lovely design inside too. So well done. I often forget my insides. Well, I am aware of my personal insides, but on my cards I often forget my insides. But I think that's just real nice. I bet that's a graphic that like off a card or something that you did. Or did you do that yourself? Such talent. Thank you, Nora. Jen Brooke from Illinois said in her first submission, you guys may recognize that last name, Brooke. Her mom is one of our frequent contributors. She sent in this, and I have this stamp. I've used it quite a bit. It's a nice little catch-all. It makes you look like you've done a lot of work, one of those Wendy things. Makes it look like you've done a lot of work without a lot of effort. Great swinking, kind of like Northern Lights in my vast imagination. I like the wood background. It gives it another level of outdoorsiness. And also, you've got the horizontal stripes and the vertical stripes that kind of give you a little more that oppose each other and make you feel a little more balanced instead of just feeling like you're stretched out, everything's horizontal, or stretched up, everything's vertical. So I'm really emotional about these things. Yes, that card makes me sit up straight. Thank you, Jen. Welcome. Sue Brooke, her mom sent in this gorgeous card. I got a feeling that Jen has learned some things from Sue. That's what I'm guessing. But I did talk to Jen. I emailed with her, and she said that Sue, I'm going to tell on you, she said Sue is a great inspiration to her and that she is one of the craftiest persons she's ever met and creative people that she's ever met. So, well done, Sue. You raised a child that appreciates her mother's value. Well done. Pretty card. Love your sentiment there, and you just pulled it off again. Nice classic style. Very pretty. And look at that copper embossing. That's cool. I like that one a lot. Thank you. Brenda Gentry. Okay, so we went from pretty rustic colors to this. Wow, those are gorgeous, bright colors. Such swinking. You must have had some great juicy pads. My pads are aching when they see this. They just start hurting and feeling all dried and shriveled like a raisin. This is a great silhouette scene. She swinked the green, yellow, and orange and red. I think this is the fourth panel I did. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I bet that means that you weren't happy with the first three. That's okay. I get you. Too many smudges. I know I see people that they will put a piece of paper on something that they have already inked so that they can, because inky fingers can be our enemy. But yeah, so just another thing that I have used, not much, but is just a little piece of acetate. But you want to make sure that it doesn't get any ink on it. But if you just use a little piece of acetate, you can see where you're going, and have your fingers on that. But just make sure it's not picking up any ink as it goes down. Pretty little silhouette. Nice, pretty card. Thank you, Brenda. Heidi Went from Washington. That's another way to spell Washington. Sent in this cool little paneled card. It folds up real sweet. Made those on Fun University too. I like them. And with a belly band with a hippopotamus, I believe it is on there. And fun colors. My goodness. Okay, this is a great example of you have green plus 3 colors, but your green is just sneaking in there. You don't have it as the main course. You've just got it as a little appetizer in there, or as a salad. Let's do that. So you've got the main course of purpley, And you've got the salad of green, a little bit of yellow on for starch, and I think I don't know if there's a pink for another one, but really cute Heidi. This is one of those fun folds that I can do. So the skill level is down here, but the punch is really up there. It's good. Lots of things you can do with that. Thank you so much. Diana Boers Boom from British Columbia, Canada sent in this pretty card. Last week she sent in a card with similar colors. I think it was last week. And it's just yummy. It's just very pretty and gorgeous. Love the hanging hydrangeas, or what? No, they're not hydrangeas, but hanging flowers and the little bird. The whole thing, it just fits together so pretty. Makes a gorgeous picture. You went swinking on the grass and the trees. Isn't that fun? Yes, I can see the swinking so well. It makes it look like bark. Who knew? Swink that bark. You'll just be so happy when you swink your bark. I like it. Well done. Thank you so much. Miss Carrie, one of our guest crafters, went sneaking this pretty card in. Look, it's like it's tucked up in a burrito. Is that card called a burrito card? It's a hexagon pocket fold. Oh, I would call it a burrito card, but it's super pretty. Miss Carrie has a gorgeous style. She always has a lot of flowers and sticks some little messy bun thread in there, and she just does a gorgeous job at putting things together. This is okay, I'm trying to find something that I don't like, but I like it all. No, I wouldn't. And the little card slides out, and so it's kind of like an envelope, I guess, the burrito. And so it's just another way to make something special. I like that. You could even have that middle part fold up so that it's a card. Oh, there's so many things you could do with this too. This is just a beginning, isn't it? Ooh, who made a process video? 5K? Somebody made a process video? Please. Did Carrie? I'm not sure. I'll try to watch and see who did if I miss who did the process video, you guys will see it in the comments. So, yep, very, very pretty. I did talk to Miss Carrie to invite her back to the show sometime this summer. I'm waiting for her to answer, so let's encourage her. She's a lot of fun, too. Thank you. Arlene. I'm so proud of you, Arlene. You got this in. This is like major technology for Arlene to get a card in, and I know it's hard, and I really appreciate that you did this. Miss Carrie did it? Okay, she made a process. Oh, there she is, Miss Carrie. You made a process video showing how to make the burrito card. Well, Miss Carrie, could you put your link in here so we can all enjoy it? That would be great. And it's fun to be able to. We had some over on the Craft Roulette Challenge Facebook group too. There were a couple people that put some things in on how they had made their cards. I mean, you guys are just taking this group and making it so incredibly cool. I can't even. If I sat down and went, okay, goal is to have this group that does this, and I would never have been this forward thinking. And just DM me, Brian. DM me and we can talk. Anyway, I would never be this forward thinking on knowing how much you have taken this group and made it very special and very much your own, and a place that is just a darn nice place to go during the daytime. Check on you guys and see what you're up to. So thank you so much. But Arlene, I am really proud of you for getting this done, and it's very, very pretty card. Kiss your brain. Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has been a guest crafter with us many times, and she's also one of our moderators. We appreciate her so much. She sent this, and we're all hoping she'll do a video on how she did this. Just a very, very cool card. I have no idea, but it's so fun. A double pull-out fancy fold card. Go to the blog or to the website, roulette.live, so you can study it a little bit. Maybe you can figure out how she did it. Magical. Will Ask from Sweden made a bendy card. I think it's what it's Bendy Fold. And look how pretty that one is. She is also a very good friend of Christina from Sweden. And they both have a very unique, detailed, they're like little masterpieces that they make every week. And it's just the coolest thing to find out what they've come up with. But those trees, even the dimension on them with the different layers, the flower or the birds flying in them, you got flowers scattered around. That bicycle's just adorable. And a bendy fold. I don't know how to make those either, but I think you just have to make the bendy part bigger. So I think it's cool. I am inspired. I want to start crafting. Let's speed this up so I can start crafting. Actually, I have a tech call after this with our next guest, so no crafting for me yet. And okay, look at this one, you folks, from Wisconsin and Moen. Look at her swinking. It's got like a lot of drama to it, and I like that very much, that it has a presence. It's not like a background. It's not a background in the background. It's a background with presence. And pretty little choices with your birds sitting there, and your background colors are all great. I like it very much. Well done, Anne. We're so glad that you sent in a cool gatefold card. Those are really good cards, solid designs for many, many different looks. Very cool. Kathy Herring from Wisconsin sent in this little cute guy. Those little red toadstools with the white spots on them are just, I don't know if I ever get tired of them. But she did the swinking on the grass. I see it. And she snailed it stamp set that she won from Wendy. That's what I wanted to ask Wendy about. And I wanted to give Kathy kudos because Kathy won the $100 gift certificate from Wendy from the Craft Roulette first anniversary show. And I know she just had a blast. I need to talk to her about what all she got. But that was such a generous gift from Wendy, and we just really appreciate all of our spin sponsors, and the kindness that you guys have and generosity is just makes our show even more fun than ever. So thank you. Kathy Nelson from South Carolina sent in this gorgeous gatefold, and look, it's got a swoop, and it's got a whole shape on its own. I never have done that one. I love these varieties. I don't know why I don't go to my own galleries more often to get ideas. It's just, you guys just lay it out there. Look at her swinking. I love it. I've got a crush on swinking. Kathy, you did it great. You've got that green swinking. You've got almost looks like a lawn that's been mowed and thatched and all that. And then you've got this pretty, pretty little fallish look, but it's not. It doesn't have to be fall, but it's got a gorgeous, gorgeous feel to it. Nicely elegant, pretty, pretty, pretty. Thank you, Kathy. Tony T from Maryland sent in this, and look how nice she was to include the Slimline Z-Fold card dimensions, because it's just nice to have dimensions. Look at her swinking at the bottom. Really fits into the design of the card, and I love that. You have that tone-on-tone stamping just for a little bit of texture and interest in the background. Adds a lot to the card. Those are the same little birdies, aren't they? We just saw. And different species, but they sure look alike. And real pretty card. Real pretty card. Nice little flowers. And I know that you guys enjoy making these. That's the other thing. We're not so specific on our parameters that you don't have some creative leeway, and I love to see how you guys come up with stuff. It's fun. Melanie Foy from Arizona sent in this pretty card. Look at her swinking. She hit all the requirements. Well, she did. Look at that, how she used the die cut trees to go across the swinked background. How that's very phenomenal. And then you've got your sky is just spot on pretty. Then you've got this whole flock of birds that are coming out off the lake, and they're all going to go to the trees to nest for the night because it's sunset. And you made a beautiful, beautiful card. That is a Father's Day card. It's really nice. And I think you did great, Melanie. So thank you so much for sending that in for us. Stacy Fryer from Montana. I said her name wrong for about 30 shows. Swink, it's her new favorite thing. So I love that. Green, blue, lilac, and silver. Interesting combination, but look at that background, would you? It just sets off that umbrella. The umbrella gets so much attention because it isn't too much in the background, but it's just right. It's kind of like Goldilocks. Not too much, not too little, just right. And then she's got a gatefold thing going on. Nope, she doesn't. She has a flap that's going over the top of the card, which is a fancy fold or a fun fold. Down here, but it looks really fancy. Very nice. Denise O'Quinn from Louisiana. Whole nother look. Guys, I'm almost worn out by all these ideas. She swinked the butterflies. So there again, she did the stenciled background, great choices, and then she just sneaked in that little swinking on the butterflies. Doesn't have to be in your face to be good. It just needs to be there. So well done, Denise. I think you did great. And it looks like I could be wrong. Did you do the panel all at once and then trim it to be on the different sides? You can talk to us about that in the group. I love that we can ask questions and you can go over to the group and answer them for us. I think that's what you did, but you may not have. Life's a mystery. Anna York from Oregon sent in this. Okay, I never thought of gold dandelions. I think they're gold, or are they holographic, kind of glittery stuff? Right there on the swinked background. Cool card. And then she's got the little hello in some glitter. You got dandelions and shimmer. That just doesn't go in my brain automatically. Now it's there, but it wasn't there before. I always think of dandelions and weed spray and pulling them, but never as something as pretty as shiny and glittery. So that's very, very fun. You did say you had fun making it, and it just shows. I like it. Thank you, Anna. Jackie Rip said her name wrong for 40 shows. Made this gorgeous card. Again, those are going to be the same dimensions, I think, as we saw earlier. I think it was Tony T that had that pretty card. She swinked the sky, and for a pet, she put in a kitty or a bunny for Patty. So, because we were celebrating a little bit as an extra, a little kitty or a little pet for Patty, as she passed that landmark 52 weeks in a row. That's so much dedication. Oh, Jackie, we appreciate you. Look, that's very pretty. Look how she got that tree to work on the background. It's all in one piece. How'd she do that? You guys are very talented. Joanne McFarland from California, her first time to swink. Looks like a beautiful sunset and with those cactus, it looks like a beautiful sunset in the desert. And you enjoyed it. I am so glad, because we enjoyed seeing it. Look how her little cactus is hanging over the side, makes it so when it's closed, it looks part of the scene. And perfect choice of papers. You know, you could do some swinking too and then trim them into strips. And make some strips like that too. Or you could do that with a template too. Just strips and swink inside that. Thank you, Joanne. Jennifer Hunstead from Minnesota sent in this cool card. Well, I don't remember what the name of this kind of card is, but she did swink the background. It's another one of those cards I don't understand. So hard not to understand things, but a great choice. This would be kind of like that guy with the mower, where you've got all that color in the background, and so to have something for a focal point as a bat that has a busy coloring too could be kind of confusing to the eye. So you made a great choice, Jennifer, to make that focal point be white, and it's just classy that way. So well done. Sylvia from the UK. Sylvia is one of those people that gets in the chat and on the group and just builds everybody up. She's a special part of Craft Roulette. I notice these things, and I really appreciate when I see them. Sylvia, thank you so much for this triple stepper card. Again, it's one of those cards that frightens me, but I love seeing it in our gallery. Cool scene. You've got the fisherman, you've got swinked trees. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And the sky, oh, those ducks, they better go hurry because he may shoot them. But great Father's Day card. A nice little scene. You got some flowers and that otter sitting there. It's the otter in the water. And I like that he's in a separate part from the fisherman. I do. I like that. It's a nice part of the card. Well done, Sylvia, and thank you so much for your encouragement. Alva M from Idaho sent in a Z-fold card, and the front of it is almost the size of a regular card. Isn't that pretty? And I don't know. Let's see, you went swinking subtle on the edges. That's what I ended up doing too. The birds as pets, absolutely. Team Orange, yeah. I don't know, on the water, it looks like you painted it, and I think that's so pretty. But your little hills and mountains and trees, they're all just very pretty. I like that little piece of yarn or fiber there. It kind of adds just a little bit of something special. And it's just all very put together for a real pretty scene. And the speckles and everything, all those little details mean a lot in a card. So you did great. You did great, Alpha. Thank you so much. TR's Place. TR. You nut. What'd you do here? That you're worried about the Craft Roulette police. Good thing the Craft Roulette police is very corrupt and can be bribed. Now, this one is, you have squares and you're saying it could be trees or birds or teepees. And you went and you did your swinking inside. I see it. It's very pretty. It's a cool card. What can you say? That's just a cool card. And outdoorsy, I think you kind of get an outdoorsy feel, and especially on the side view. Looks like birds to me. Flap, flap, flap. I think it's cool. Thank you for daring and explaining. I appreciate it. Lori Carlson from Minnesota sent in a very pretty card, and have no idea what kind of card this is, but is that the kind that I made? I don't know, but it's cool with the circle and the cutout and out in the woods, and look at those pretty little deer. So the colors are just gorgeous. I love it very much that way. Honeycomb or the hexagons for a little paper there is a nice touch too. Die cuts in the background kind of tie it together with the green. A great card. I wish I understood how the mechanics work on this. I'm just lame that way. That's the way it goes. But it's very pretty, and I thank you so much, Lori, for sending it in. Angela, you crack me up. She said that, what was it? You were saying, oh, I was going to review that so I wouldn't forget it. But you were saying something about you were watching the show and talking to your husband, and you wish something would come up. Was it swinking? And it did. And so I don't know if you and the wheel have some kind of relationship I need to know about or what. But very fun card, beautiful card. Angela also she gets like Craft Roulette worms in her ear and starts to think of these parameters, I think all weekend. And she usually makes at least 3 other cards, and she shares them with us in the group, which is very, very nice and generous. So you did a great job here. Oh, she also did a little tutorial on the group about how she did the background, which was very helpful because it's very fancy. And it took several steps, and it really helped me understand it better. So thank you, Angela. We appreciate your enthusiasm and kindness. And your cleverness. Okay, now, Janet Covington, I'm not sure if I want to vote you off the island. Janet Covington, I couldn't stop laughing when I got this. She said she has such a cute card. And her outdoor choice was a more city version, kind of like Heather's was. And that's a cool twist. I love it. But look at the little person there. She said it looked like one of the persons from Golden Girls, and it looked like me. So I sent that to my uncle. We were emailing, and I said, I don't know. What do you think? Is she right? And he said that you had a good eye, Janet. So we won't vote you off the island. You're too fun. So very cute, very cute. Really appreciate it. I hope you laughed as hard as I did when you were making it. Really enjoyed the chuckle. Anna Christopherson from Colorado, Denver, Colorado at that, said in a modified trifold, another style, used green, blue, teal, and purple, the stars, animals for outdoors, and then she used swinking on the sentiment. Little Dumbo elephant with a crown. I love it. It's very, very pretty sky and stars, and I do see your little swinking, and it goes with the little Dumbo blue. Dumbo blue, wouldn't that be a great sound? That would be kind of a good color. Dumbo gray, it'd make more sense. But really cool, the things that you put together, that embossed background and everything. One of my favorite folds too. With that extra flap fold. I call them flap cards. And I have a whole thing on fancy folds or fun folds. I should release that. Christina Pazmino from Ecuador. Funny thing, Wendy vetoed graduation, and Christina wanted graduation, I think, so she made it anyway, which is totally fine. She made a fold-up card with a little mortar and cap, whatever those are called, and she even remembered to add the tassel. I think that's so clever. Christina is a creative, resourceful crafter. She had in Ecuador. I don't think, what was it, Christina? We were talking to a week or so ago, and they didn't have any scrapbooking or stores per se, and so she has to be very creative with her resources, and she just always gets it done, and I think it's really cool. I'm really glad you're a part of our group, and I love this card. Sue Masoner from Missouri. I've got something for you, Sue. We need to get together. Sent in this gorgeous card. Look how pretty that is, the way that it folds up and out, and look at her swinking. It really adds so much to the whole card. It almost looks like weathered wood, which I know it's not, but she put in the little butterfly for Patty. I thought that was awfully sweet. And it had to be a monarch because of where she's from. I'm not sure the reference, but Crafty Owl would know. But this is just very, very elegant and pretty, Sue. And I appreciate that it's pink because that's her favorite color. Nicely done. Very pretty. Linda Bendick from Illinois sent in this very nice card. You can see the swinking for the grass, and then she stopped swinking and did blending. That's a cool thing to do too. Mixing, it's not mixing metaphors, but it's mixing techniques to get the look that you want. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to do a card with this, and then you forget that you can do that also. That would be very complementary. So that's a really good reminder, Linda, of how you can combine techniques together to get an overall look that's really dynamite. So well done. Happy birthday. I thought that was it. It is it. There's some new ones too in the group because they didn't get them done in that 48-hour time. So join us on craftroulette.live to see all of those. There is, what else? We will be here Friday night right here on the Craft Roulette YouTube channel. Make sure you go to fununiversity.com, hit the subscribe and join that group, because next week it's going to start up. You're not going to want to miss live streamed classes. Study hall that I've been doing in private school for 2 years. Now we're moving it to a public school situation. And it's live streaming. You just never know what we're going to do. And I swan I won't be this long. You can sign up on marygunfun.com for the newsletter that I now will have more time to take time and do. What else? Do join us for the National Scrapbook Day scrapbook game, our Craft Roulette first event. It's going to be fun. It is a game format. What you need is a box of pictures. And there's information already in the group that once you're registered, you can access it. But there's already information on things that you can be doing right now to make Saturday fantastic for you. So that is under facebook.com/MaryGunFun, also Craft Roulette. And join us. It's $24.99, I think. And we have 3 great guests joining us throughout the day, and it's 8 hours. And oh, yes, there's a few prizes. I made up my little prize packages today, so I'm going to be doing one an hour. There may be more. And then I have talked to Mr. Producer, and we're going to throw in a t-shirt of more, have certain t-shirts that you can choose from, but you're going to be able to get a Cut the Crap and Create and or a Craft Roulette t-shirt too as a grand prize. So, plus our contribute or our guests are also going to give away prizes. So there's going to be a lot going on. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be so much fun. I almost every once in a while go, oh, do it, but now I'm going, let's get it going. It's going to be so much fun. Thank you so much. Please share us, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is just too much fun. Crafts are the best. Crafters are even better. Time to kiss our brains. We work hard. One for you. Bye. How do I get out of here? I thought that was it. For real. Honest. Did it stop? No, it didn't stop. Okay, so where's this? I thought that was going to work. Oh, no, it doesn't work. I'm going over and do it manually. Thank you. Bye-bye. Boomer, you're in here, baby. I didn't know that.